This is your final session here, final class for this session. It is going to be Pilates. So remember, the classes will start dropping off. You might have already found that the first one dropped off, but I'll try to manage that a little better. But anyway, we're just going to get this started. So let's take a wide stance. Turn out those toes a little bit. We're going to start with a big inhale. So take that big sweep, reaching up. Nice big stretch. And press that air down and away. And again. Let's grab 2 more of those. Shoulders down away from the ears. Center. Parallel your feet. Just get a nice hip width stance. Strong core. We're not moving from the waist down. We're going to do our spine twist standing. Arms are reaching long and strong. Take it to your left and right. Fully rotate as far as you can, engaging that core. Soft bend in your knees. One more in each direction. Bring it center. Relax your arms. Roll out those shoulders. We're going to take a big inhale back up and we're going to press your palms together at the top. So, nice wide stance. You can turn the toes out if you choose. Take a big inhale up. Press those palms together at the top. Pull those shoulder blades down. And tip and lift using your obliques here to lift you back up. Side bend and lift. So if you keep your arms bent, then your shoulders aren't trying to rise. If you're up here, you may tend to feel your shoulders lifting. So bring them down and take that side bend. Inhale as you dip. Bend in those knees, don't want to lock them out. One more on each side. Bring those arms down. Roll those shoulders out. We're going to do a little challenge today. We're going to challenge our balance. So sometimes we do this in the middle of it. We're going to try to do something right now while you're fresh and not tired. Roll out your shoulders. Remember, you always want that soft bend. Don't lock those knees out to where they're pressing backwards. Nice shoulder roll. Reverse that direction. This one's going up on YouTube. We're going to see how much of this music stays. Doesn't, then you can bring in your own. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your right leg and just lift it slightly, soft bend in the left, just enough right now where you have your toe pointed to the floor. Find a focal point, because first we're just going to lift that leg. You know, it doesn't have to be real high, just so it's not touching the ground. And we're going to retain our balance on that left leg. Just hold. Really engage your core. Shoulders down. Let that wobble happen. If it does, you want that ankle to build. Lower that foot down, reset it, hip width apart. Make sure it's coming right out of that hip, parallel. Begin first, just lift to point the toe, touching the floor at first, soft bend, and then lift. Core is engaged. Nice focal point, just breathe. I know you're thinking, woohoo, this is fun, but we're gonna do a little more challenging on the next leg, like we got more than two. On the other side, when we go back, hold that core nice and tight, glutes engaged. And bring it down. Now we're going back again to that right leg. Just remember, position right out of the hip with the standing leg, soft bend. Bring it in. This time, whenever we lift that leg, find your focal point first so that in your mind you see that focal point, and then we're going to close our eyes. And you're going to find that additional challenge that comes in when the sight goes away. So engage your core. Raise the leg just slightly, and then close your eyes. That wobble happen if you need to put the toe down for a second. Bring it back up though once you regain. Eyes should be closed. Bring it down. Reset. We're going to lift that left leg. Soft bend in the right. Core engaged. Find your focal point first. Raise the leg and then close the eyes. Eyes closed. Let the wobble happen. No one's there but you. There's no one in the room with you. Relax the upper body. Settle in and bring that foot down. Good. Just tread through those heels, lifting opposite one at a time, pressing the heel back and pressing it forward. Just a nice treading in those, kind of what we do when we're in the downward dog. We just want to walk through those feet. All right, so we're still going to remain standing for a little bit here. I'm going to turn slightly sideways. You're going to be fine straight on. Take that big inhale up, reach for the ceiling, and take that core engagement and hinge forward. Bring the arms back behind you, interlock your fingers and press away. Pulling those shoulders back, away from the ears. From here, rotate that head right and left. Keeping that tension from the shoulders, pulling back, releasing the neck muscles. One more time, each direction. Come center with the head, release the arms, bring them to the knees, the hands that would be, and just roll that spine up. And then cat-cow, you're in a standing position. Feels a little awkward at first, but we're loosening up that low back. And bring it up all the way. Good. Let's go ahead and we'll come down to the mat. Let me adjust my mat slightly. All right, so when you get to your mat, go ahead and sit cross-legged or whichever is best for you. So if you haven't already gone down to your mat, another good thing to do, which you can hop back up. We're going to attempt this one. So you start at the top. You're going to cross one leg over the other one. You bring your arms in the front, and our goal is to sit yourself down without plopping or falling. And then the other harder part is going to be standing up. So slowly bend at those knees, sink that tailbone down, 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 and sit. Okay, might not have been pretty, but here's the kicker. We gotta come back up. So from that same position where we landed, we're gonna come back up. So if you need to use your arms by an extension, do that until your balance and your core gets stronger. So you'll probably see me flailing around, but that's okay. We all have an area we need to work on, and this is one of mine. So here we go. Try to stand back up. The legs are still crossed. And up. As you see, I needed to use the full extension of my arms. If the arms are crossed or back here, they're not aiding you in your lift. Let's go down one more time. Nice and slow. Control that seat. Sitting down, if you really wanted to challenge yourself, you would roll like a ball right here. Come back to this position. So we would roll up and bring yourself up. So that momentum throws me off, but it may help you. One more, take it down. Nice and slow. You can either attempt coming right back up, or you can tuck, roll, come up, and use that momentum to bring you up. That was a little better. Whew. And then we're gonna come right down and work through our mat. So bring yourself down. Keep your legs crossed to a position that's comfortable for you. I don't care if they're Z-sitting or Indian style, or if you're a true flexible person where you can stack your legs. I'm not, so I need to be like this. Make sure your sits bone is connected to your mat. Our shoulders are down. You can lay your arms on your legs if you choose, or just rest them to your side, whatever's comfortable. We're just gonna, again, breathe through. We're just kind of trying to relax ourselves here, a little different than usual. We will get into the work, so don't worry about that. It's coming, but just relax. Sometimes we just need to take 5 minutes for ourselves, and if this is all you do for 5 minutes, just shut your head down. Take in that breath of fresh air. You need to take time for yourself. Sometimes we worry more about everybody else than we do us, and we're just as important. So this little bit of time you're grabbing for you, you're just going to be better for those around you. Let's go ahead and do a nice side bend. So put your right hand down to the floor. The left arm is pointing out and up. Now I want you to raise that arm and fold into that arm onto the floor. Try to keep a straight line from your fingers. Keep your hips down on, or your sits bone connected. Don't come up like this. Don't even move the lower body. It's all that deep side bend. Reach through. Lift up. Place the left hand to the floor. Kind of outward, nice reach, because we are going to bend and come into it. Arms straight on the opposite side. Pressing up through your air. Reach out. Keep the sit bone connected. Let it stay in that side. And find how far down you can go. And lift. We're going to do one more on each side and really focus. Arms are down. Left arm strong and straight, pressing upward from the palm. Coming overhead by your ear. Pressing away with the hand on the floor. Keeping yourself connected to your mat. And reach. And then press down and away. Other side for their last one. Palm up. Fold into that other side. Keep the sits down and reach. And bring it up. Great. Left hand in front, right hand behind. You can put the hand up here if you choose when you rotate, or in front. Doesn't really matter. It's your flexibility. Hand here, arm behind, rotate. So if you're putting the hand on the knee, it would look like this. Hand on the knee, rotate around. And then one more on each side. Hand on the knee if that's what you choose. Sitting tall through that spine. And a full rotation. Other side. Hand on the floor if that's what you choose. Or hand on the knee. Rotate on. Follow your gaze. And bring it back center. Let's take that nice slide out stretch here. Reaching your fingertips across the room, arching through that spine. And slide it back in and up. Let's get one with the legs long. So a little wider than your mat. Again, it's all in what you want. You can go real wide if you choose. You're gonna hit more inner thigh. Right now, I'm trying to just focus on our low back. Hands are between the legs. Just slide them out. Follow the head. Keep the legs pressed to the floor. Pull those shoulders down towards the mat. And slide it back in, stacking that spine. We're going to grab one more of those. Shoulders are down. And we're going to slide out. Take it out. Gently, gently, gently. Take it a little further if you can. And slide them back in. Nice. Let's bring our legs together. All right. So we are going to go ahead, get a little bit more stretching in. We're going to start abdominal work then. So let's just bring that right leg in. So we're just tucking it in towards our chest, pulling those shoulders back, and then extend that leg up. Hold that leg, draw it in, trying to pull the knee to the nose. This looks better over here. So it's not a knee tuck, it's not your nose pulling in, it's the leg lifting in towards the chest. So think of this rather than the nose. And bend that leg and extend it long. Left leg tucks in. So it's almost to your chest. Hands below the ankle or chin, wherever you're comfortable, and then extend it up. Hold right here. Get those shoulders relaxed and draw that leg up. Nice stretch. Bend that knee and bring it down. All right. So since we're here, we might as well do it. We're going to bring one leg in and the other leg in. Similar to what you just did, but the hands are under the knee at this point. Shoulders are down and back. Engage that core and then move the hands to the outside or the inside, whatever's most comfortable for you and your length of arms and legs. I like the outside. We're going to extend one leg up, bring it down. We're not touching the mat with the feet. We're resting and we're balancing and using that core strength with that sits bone. sit, lift. Trying to get as straight as you can in that leg. So even if your hand's up here under your calf, perfectly fine. Lift. And lower, nice and focused. No touching, if you can help it. And lower, hold right here. You're gonna hold this. We're going to roll back. When you get back there, you're gonna click your heels 3 times and roll back up. If you only get 2, that's fine. Here we go, roll back and go 1, 2, 3, up and balance. So you have that little V in your feet. Roll back, 1, 2, 3, up and stack. 2 more, roll back, 1, 2, 3, up and stack. Hurry up, Spicy. Back, 1, 2, 3, up and stack. See, my feet touched that time because someone distracted me. We won't say who. All right, holding this, tuck it. This is for Mel. We are going to roll like a ball. Remember, you can really tuck it tight, or you can keep it more upright, whatever's comfortable. So, hands here, shoulders down. Tuck, roll, up and balance. Roll back, up and balance. 2 more. Should be a light grip on your legs. Up and balance. Last one. Up and balance. Hold your balance. Whew. We're gonna hang out here for a second. Bring one arm to the mat, the other arm to the mat. We'll wait for our little guest to pass through, and then we're going to extend our legs. So you're going to give your little hip swing, rocking onto one hip as you pendulum the legs side to side, back and forth. Keep that back lifted, don't let it sink into your mat. You can do these from up here as well, a little harder, a little more challenging on the low back. Whew. Take a nice tall seat. Let's stretch that out. We're really mixing it up today. And another stretch. Don't be afraid to pull yourself through the feet and draw your chest closer to the legs. Sitting up nice and tall. All right, we're going to attempt a few teasers here. I know we're all over the place today, but we just don't want to get in a nice little habit of the same routine. So one leg in, other leg in, just like our rolling like a ball. Bring those arms forward, shoulders down, raise them up. As straight as you can get them without locking the knees, and then pull them in. Still balancing. If you need to rest by holding onto your knees, rest the spine. When you're ready, extend the arms. And if you're feeling these, you can do as many as you want. I'm just taking it slow. Nice hinge, a lift. Focus on the lift from the quads, core, low back, and pull it in. We're gonna add that little extra bit this time. Once you're in your full teaser, we're gonna raise the arms up and bring them back. So, arms release, legs extend, hold your teaser. Arms raise, arms lower. Try to keep those legs up, raise, and lower. Then my legs were losing it, tuck it, and bring them straight forward. So as long as you can hold that, as long as it's comfortable for your low back, even if you modify one leg at a time, okay? Don't overstrain your back. We want to build it up. All right, we're gonna do a few roll-ups. So, legs are long. You can do these with bent. So I don't don't know, I think the long legs for me are easier. We're going to drill our heels to the floor, which means we flex the feet, pulling the toes back towards us. And you're going to engage your core. Fold to your mat. Once you make it there, take that deep stretch, point through your toes. Relax the back of the shoulders into the mat. Take a nice deep stretch. Nice rest. Flex those feet. And then we'll begin rolling ourselves up. Arms come to the ceiling. Tuck the chin and stack the spine. Hinge forward. We're going to lift. Roll the shoulders down, engage the core, C-curl, and take it back. You can point the toes at the bottom. Press the shoulders into the mat. Palms are facing upward for a nice rest. Before you roll up, flex those feet. Bring the arms to goalposts. Take a big inhale, tuck your chin, peel that spine up off the mat, and fold forward. I'm going to do just one more. Up, shoulders down. If you want to try it with bent knees, give it a whirl. I find it harder. C-curl the abdominals. Control one vertebrae at a time to the mat. And rest. Let that low back release. Before we start coming up, flex the feet. Arms to the ceiling. Tuck and peel. Up, 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 up. And fold forward. Good. Stack your spine. We're going to go ahead all the way down to the mat, and we'll bring our right knee into table. You can do it now, you can do it then. So you can bring the knee in, fold yourself down so the shoulders are lifted off your mat. Hand out here to the ankle and one on the knee. It doesn't really matter which one, just lift into that knee. Hold, lift the opposite leg off the mat and switch and hold. Single leg stretch, switch and hold. Switch and hold. Keep those shoulders lifted. A little more challenging. You will lift into the knee, lower and switch. Lift into the knee, lower and switch. So you're not lowering all the way to the mat. You're just releasing the height. Or just stay low. Hold the knee in tighter. Give it a nice long tug, a nice reach, and tug. One more on each leg. Remember, if your neck gets tired, rest a hand there and just move one arm. Bring the knees in, rest your head, tuck the knees tight, roll side to side. As long as I don't run out of space, I'm going to leave up what's up. So you'll have it for a little while. Roll that out. Bring your hands wide to the side so they're like a T. Legs are going to be at table with flexion. Rest right here until you get those shoulder blades to the mat. You want full rest from the waist up. Lift the hip as low as you can, drop those knees, then turn the head and look in the opposite direction. Feel that spine. You may crack, 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 crack. It's just getting it lined back up. Bring the head center as you pull the knees upward. Keep them flexed. Keep them at that tabletop. Drop to the other side, nice and slow and control until you find your spot. If you can't get all the way to the floor, it's okay. Rotate the head. Keep Those arms down and the shoulders down into the mat. Don't let them lift. Come center with the head, pull the knees up. Remember, shoulders stay down to the mat. The only thing that lifts off the mat are the hips. So if you find your arm lifting, bring the knees up a little. Come center. One more time on the other side. Keep those shoulders down. Drop the knees. I'm starting to lift, so I'm stopping my knees right there. Bring it center. Hold here, bring the arms up. Tuck those knees in. Get a nice tug, relax the upper body. We're going to go into our double leg stretch. Now you guys know a lot of these moves. They're all throughout the 3 different Pilates that we've recorded. So if I don't hit everything you want, hopefully it was on one of the other ones. We're going to do our double leg stretch. Core is really engaged here. Legs are table, hands by the knees. Tuck your chin and lift into. You're looking right in your knees. Extend it out. Tuck it back in. Remember, if your head's got a tired neck today, rest it in an arm and just move one and then switch. So we got a nice long reach and a nice long tuck. A short tuck, I should say. Out and in. One more. Out and in, lower down. Remember, on that one, the spine needs to stay connected. You can take the legs high, you can take the legs low, but the lower your legs go, the more that spine wants to lift. We don't want that, so if your core is very strong and you have nice control, take it to the level that works for you. Some days I'm up here, some days I'm down here. It just depends on my body for that day. Know yourself. We're rolling it out. From here, we're going to bring the hands behind our head. You can interlock the fingers, but just make sure you're not pulling on the neck. So I tend to touch my fingers together, and then I just rest my head in that without interlocking. We're going to extend the legs up. Take your Pilates V. When we come down, you're going to lift, first you're going to lift your head. You're going to flex the feet down, point the toes to bring it up. Flex the feet at the top. Lower down to the point your back wants to lift. Point the toes and lift. Flex, lower, point, lift. Flex, lower, point, lift. So even if you only get to here, that's plenty of work. Take it to your level. Flex, point on the way up. We're going into our crisscross from here. So pull the knees in, rest your head for just a second, point and flex those feet, roll your ankles right and left. And then we're going to curl ourselves back up. Right leg table, left leg long. Lift and switch. Lift and switch. Switch. I'll save you the 100 today. You can do that if you want. Pause it and grab your 100, but we're going to move on. One more on each side. Bring it center. Tuck it in. Whew. Let's roll ourselves up here. I really need to roll out my low back, so we're going to do our cat-cows now. So bring yourself around. to your nice squared off spot. Tuck the toes or flat the top of the feet to the floor. Find a flat back. Everybody's position is different. Your flat back might be different than mine. What's important is that it's your normal. Engage that core and then let those abdominals fall towards the floor. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Press that low back down and then pull it all the way up. Grab your cow. Remember, nice slow focus, control of that articulation of the spine. And lower. Try not to lock out your elbows. Draw it up. One more. Bring it back to that nice squared off flat back. Bring the hands out forward to a nice long position here, and then flatten the tops of the feet and sink deep, 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 deep into that child's pose. If you like and want it a little deeper, always make sure your knees are wide so the chest falls between the knees. You can bring your arms back and then fold the shoulders in towards the mat. And hang out here. You're sitting into your heels. Your chest is between the knees. You can turn your head either direction or still centered. Just let those shoulders drop. Bring the arms forward one at a time and press into your mat. Remember, your knees are wide. It allows you to get a little deeper. And then we're going to come back up to all four. Reset yourself. That nice squared off. More challenging with the toe tuck. Bird dog. Arm comes up next to the ear. The leg extends. We're not leaning into that hip. We're keeping it centered. Don't lock out your elbow. Bring that arm down first, and then the leg. Remember, we don't want to shift through our hips. Nice and stable. One arm to the ear, the other leg lifts, and we keep that squared off hip. Try to keep that leg lifted in the back. Don't let it sink. If it does, it's okay. You'll get stronger. Pull it in. Sink back, knees are wide, heels together. Sink into your child's pose. Hold this stretch. You're going to go ahead, come back to your squared off. You're going to press back to our downward dog. Tuck those toes under, lift the knees. Shift the hips back, press the heels. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, tread it. Lifting one like we did in the beginning. One heel lifts, the other presses in. Lift, press the opposite down. Stretch those calves. Lift and press. Lift and press. One more on each side. Make yourself even from ending on the wrong one. Press both down. And then pull your knees forward without letting them touch. Press them back. From here, we're just going to step to the inside hips. Place your hands flat, drive that bent leg back, and bring that other one forward, and bend that knee. Remember, you can come up here. If it takes weight off your wrists, you can roll them out up here. Hold this stretch. Nice and hold. You can lean into it. I think we might do that anyway. So we're going to switch our legs again. So remember, you know all your sideline series, the kick, point, back kind of thing, if you want to put that in there. I'm just trying to mix it up. Hands down. Lift that back leg and shift this leg back. Bring the other one forward. Lower lift. From here, take the opposite arm, cross it over, and rotate through. Keeping a nice tall chest.